Right, I literally just picked up this Breville toaster, brand new, and in my excitement, I just started ripping into it, and then I thought, hey, actually, let's just slow down. This would be a good little topic for a video. As you can see, it's got a little retractable breadcrumb slot, so easy to clean, and apparently promoting their other products. Matching kettle. Great. Right, so this is how it looks. Got the egg box, and we have the instructions. I took the instructions off. Just simple. Right, doing this one-handed, out of the box and down. So it's a 4-slice toaster, very thick, so you can put very thick slices of bread in there. You can also do crumpets and maybe even get bagels in there. I'm going to take it out of its plastic in a second. You've got 8 settings. That's for the different brownness. There's no timing knob on this. You've got 3 buttons on the front as well. The first one over here, that's for if you just wanted to reheat your toast. The second one, that's if you just want to stop it halfway through. If you smell burning or you think, no, that toast is just the right kind of brownness for me. You just press that middle button, that stops it, and then that is for defrosting bread. Let's try and rip this open. Right, the first impressions, it's actually wider than I thought. It's chunkier, but on the flip side, that does make it look quite robust. I like the design, pretty kind of retro. We've got this, I think it's an Impressions toaster. So, yeah, looks pretty, like, kind of 1950s, 60-ish design. Pretty chunky. Let's see the slider. Ooh, that's very smooth. Very nice. And the buttons. Buttons feel pretty solid, not too plasticky, although they've got a little bit of a plasticky touch. We've got a little bit of safety information here. What does it say? Important, the bread carriage will not stay down unless the toaster is connected to the main supply. Do not leave this toaster unattended when in use. It also said, don't put any kind of toast or bread with butter on straight into the toaster. Same if it's jam or you've got anything else on it, any other kind of spread, don't put it in here because it's probably just going to drip straight through. It's going to gunk up the toaster and probably break up, overheat and cause some kind of fire hazard. So, yeah, this is just the quick first impressions. Just got a little plug. You see a little plastic safety guard thing there. I'll have a little quick look over the instructions as well. Breville, turn on your creativity. The Impressions 4-slice. Just explains what I just explained to you. Oh, another thing. If you're going to just be doing 2 slices of toast, you just use this side. This side. It's only if you wanted to do 3 or 4, you can use this side. So if you just try and put 2 slices of toast in here, it won't work. That's my understanding of it anyway. So let's just go back to the thing. Oh, also, you know, it's got a little bit of extra room on the top, so you don't have to go digging in there with your fingers. You can just lift that up, and it gives you that extra little bit of top to grab on, so you don't have to go digging in there with a fork or in with your fingers and burn yourself. So let's have a look at that underneath, shall we? Plastic is on very securely onto here. Let's just round the cable. So I just pulled away. does it say on that little sticker? It says JCS brackets Europe Limited SK8 3GQ VTT 476 1720 to 2100 watts and 220 to 240 volts at 50/60 hertz, made in PRC, People's Republic of China, I assume that is. I mean, underneath, very nice grid design, looks sturdy. You got 4 rubberized feet for it to sit on your counter. And I think it looks pretty nice. It looks very clean for now as well. It's probably not going to stay that way for very long. So, the actual grid things come out. I guess that's to grip the toast in place. To get a nice even browning effect. You don't want... Because I've had toasters before where they just kind of like slip to one side, you know, whichever way the bread's naturally curved. And then on one side you get it really dark, and on the other side it's like barely even cooked. So I guess with that nice wire grill coming in, that's gonna help. So I'm probably gonna go and pop this on, get some toast cooking. Okay, so I've just put it onto the workspace, put in my bread. I want 4 slices of toast. Put the first one down. You're supposed to put the second one down. And it's supposed to engage, but only if you've got 2 cooking. But for some reason, it will not stay down. So I think that is broken. That's all the only explanation I can give. So this toaster is gonna have to go back. So I'm not sure if that's a strike against Breville. I'm gonna go back, get another one, and we'll see how that goes next time. Well, toast number 2. Second time lucky. Okay, let's try this again. Perfect. Having used this toaster a few times now, I've noticed an issue with it. This is the second toaster. It's this lever now. It still does push right down, and it still clicks up, it toasts the bread, but for some reason when it's clicking up, it gets stuck down here at the bottom. And so the toast or the crumpet or whatever is in the toaster just stays very far into the slot. It happens probably once every 4 or 5 toasts, and so that does speak to not a very high build quality. Obviously we had the problem with the other toaster that we returned, but to get one that's got a defect like that on the second model that we've bought, and we bought it from a different retail place, so it's a completely different model, or a completely different batch probably. I would have expected maybe something like that to happen, you know, maybe after a year of use or 8 months of use, but from right out of the box, it is disappointing. So I'd probably only give the build quality on these toaster maybe a 6, probably. There's a lot of features to it, and they do tend to break and mess up. So there are my final thoughts on it. I'm not going to return the toaster. I'm happy with it, but that's a little bit of a disappointment. So Just be warned if you're going to be buying this model that you may have some issues, and if you're prepared to deal with those, then go for this toaster. Thank you. Bye.